What's up, everyone? It's Cannan, back with another Story of Seasons video and doing the same thing that I always do, a new Story of Seasons game. Time to go over the marriage candidates. I did this for Pioneers of Olive Town. I did this for Room Factory 5. You guys seem to always enjoy these, so I want to start off by saying that we don't know yet if they're going to add any new marriage candidates, kind of like how they did in Friends of Mineral Town, or if they'll add some maybe as part of an expansion pass like they did Pioneers of Olive Town. But so far it looks like all the marriage candidates from both A Wonderful Life Special Edition, and Another Wonderful Life are all in the game. There's only one of them that we don't have art of, but we saw it in the trailer, and I will cover that once I get through everyone else. As always, if you enjoy our content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment. So let's get started. So first, there has been some information from the Japanese website talking about a few of the characters. So once again, same-sex marriage has been confirmed. Regardless of the player's choice, all marriage candidates will be available to woo. So far, we know that all the characters that are listed here are marriage candidates. And the only one that we don't have art for is Cody, and he was shown in the trailer with the female protagonist and their son on the beach. There's no art of him yet. And apparently we already have ages for a few of the, it looks like only the Bachelorettes. So according to the Japanese guides, the protagonists, both male and female, are 25 years old at the beginning of the game. Cecilia is 19, Nami is 25, Molly, who used to be named Muffy, is 27.5. Lumina is a bit iffy. We'll get to that here in a sec. So of course, the first one we are going to go is, originally I think her name was Cecilia, but I can't remember if in the trailer it's been renamed to Cecilia or not. But for a lot of people, this is their favorite Bachelorette from A Wonderful Life because, you know, she fits the farm motif. She lives on a farm herself. She's your stereotypical farm girl. Right here. She is the youngest and most traditional of the three girls. Now, keep in mind, this is info from the original GameCube version. They may change some stuff up in the remake, but the most traditional of the three girls. She lives and works on a vegetable farm just outside of town. Because she is usually easy to find and most of her favorite gifts are easily obtained, she is the easiest of the three girls to successfully court. Now, there's no reason to believe that still won't be the case because, like it said, she's a farm girl. She's going to like most of the stuff you grow and produce on your farm if you give her them as gifts. So she was actually, like I said, I don't know if her name's been changed to Celia or if it's been Cecilia, but she was actually the first one I ever married in A Wonderful Life. So I usually marry all candidates in separate playthroughs, but I don't know who I'm going to pick in the remake. So yeah, first up is Cecilia, a very big fan favorite. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next we have Molly, though in the original version, her name was Muffy. Yeah, it was kind of funny even then. But she was more of a flirty character, if I remember. But she fits normal Harvest Moon archetypes when it comes to this kind of character, because it says she is a barmaid who works in town. She recently moved to At that time, the name of the village was Forgot-Me-Not Valley, but it's now just been renamed to Forgotten Valley from the big city, and has some difficulty adjusting to country life. So, of course, we always have this kind of marriage candidate 9 times out of 10 in a Harvest Moon game. Pioneers of Town had Blair, where they're a big time girl pretty much living in a small farming village. No word yet if they've changed her profession or if she still works at the bar. I don't know if I ever married her, to tell you the truth. But then again, it has been years since I've played A Wonderful Life. But you know, she's got her fan base. But I'm just wondering. I really want to know why they changed her name, but I'm guessing I know why, really. But then again, a lot of the characters in the Friends of Mineraltown remake got renamed as well. So I think if they make any more remakes, which I'm hoping they do, I think they really do need to go back to some older games and revamp them like this. I'm wondering how much more name changing we're actually going to get. So the next Bachelorette is a lot of people's favorite, and she's actually one of my favorites as well, and that is Nami. I'm really digging her new look. And it's funny, in the original version she had a standard bob haircut, and then in the special edition, I believe, they gave her more of a haircut like this, where it's not a bob, it's got a little bit of spike to it. So, with a lot of Harvest Moon games, the most favorite marriage candidate usually is the hardest. Nami is the least conventional of the 3 brides. She can often seem rude and distant, even when she is in love with the player character. Her attitude, her unpredictable schedule, and her unusual taste in gifts make Nami more difficult to woo than the other 2 girls. If the player character marries any of the other 2, Nami leaves after the first year, only to return in the second chapter. So no word yet if she will still leave, because that's Nami's character. She's a traveler. She travels from place to place. She's really only there because she decided to stop by, really. It was on her way. But of course, if she falls in love with you and marries you, of course she found a reason to stay. But yeah, Nami was always my favorite. She was different. She was different than your stereotypical Harvest Moon Bachelorette at that time, and so a lot of people gravitated to her. Where Cecilia and Muffy, or Molly now, kind of fit Harvest Moon archetypes of past marriage candidates, Nami was different in a lot of ways. Plus, everyone liked her design, and even though it said she can be rude and all that, people still gravitated toward that. They ended up really, really enjoying her character. So, Nami might be my first choice, once again. Because I remember when I first played A Wonderful Life, I planned to marry Nami, but for some reason I just married Cecilia instead. The fourth and so far final marriage canon. Now remember, A Wonderful Life originally only had 3 bachelorettes. Special edition added 4. Another Wonderful Life only had 3 bachelors. So I'm guessing they're going to match it 4 for 4 here, unless there's new characters we don't know about, or they add new characters in DLC. But this next character, I don't remember hearing a lot of controversy at that time, but I'm sure there was. And that is Lumina. Lumina was in the original game, but she was considered a child character. She was 14 years old in the original game. But it's very apparent that she has a crush on the player character, and it even states in the guide, the original player's guide, that if she was older, she might marry you. And I also remember when you go from house to house to announce your marriage to the townspeople, when you go to her house, she runs away because she's heartbroken. Which was kind of sad. Then came out the special edition, and they upped her age from 14 to 18 and made her a Bachelorette. Problem was, they didn't really age her character model any. Of course, she does age a bit after you get married, but a lot of people, I'm sure, felt a little uncomfortable. Now, from what we've seen in the trailer, they did, but then again, it's been so long since I played, so I might be wrong on this. It looks like they did age her up a bit to match her age. So yeah, Lumina was always kind of weird because she originally was not, because she was too young. Then she was made old enough to marry and all that. Also, before I forget, in this version, you will also have the ability to have your child be a boy or a girl. This, I believe, was not in the original versions of A Wonderful Life and Another Wonderful Life, but was made so in the special edition, I believe. I don't remember what you have to do to decide the gender of your child, but yes, that is a thing. Now let's get into the Bachelors. Now these I have the least amount of knowledge on because, like I said, I did not play Another Wonderful Life back in the day, but they're still characters in the game, even if you couldn't marry them. First up is Gustafa, and a lot of people were upset that he got changed around because he used to have like a really big pointy nose, and he had a really big pointy hat. Probably stereotyping, and they got rid of it. Now he kind of looks like John Lennon. But Gustafa is down to earth. Now this is not, I'm reading from the past character description, so please don't hate on me for saying this. But Gustafa is a down-to-earth hippie who loves nature. Gustafa loves to play his guitar and is always positive. He loves flowers, milk, moon ores, and old statues. He lives alone in his yurt by the inn. His diary is the couch cushions in his home. So yeah, it pretty much tells you, oh, you can read his diary here. So yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but that is what the character description was. I don't know if they'll change that up because the times are different now. But yeah, that's all I can really say about it, is that he literally looks like John Lennon. But moving on, we next have Rock, who once again was a character in the original. Rock is the youngest of the three bachelors and the easiest to impress. Rock is laid back and never seems to worry about much. He is unemployed and can often be seen wandering around the valley. He loves fodder, old statues, cheese, butter, old coins, home-cooked meals, and flowers. His diary is found in his room at the inner inn on his table. Now, I believe in the original you could also read the girls' diaries, which is not okay, but hey, I mean, it's a way for you to see how many hearts you have, if I remember correctly. And if I remember, there's not as many heart events in this game as there was other titles. I think there's only 4. And if you get to like your max hearts but don't propose by the end of the first year, the marriage candidate proposes themselves, and if you say no, the game ends. Now, next we have Matthew. Now, if you watched me react to the trailer, I actually got confused here because I didn't recognize him. He was in the original game. He has just been altered like many of the other characters. His original name was Marlon, and he kind of had like an Elvis look going on. As far as his hair, like a greaser, like your stereotypical 1950s greaser look. He is the oldest and most difficult of the bachelors to impress. He suffers from an unknown illness. He loves milk, eggs, medicine, curry, soup, and good quality crops, and not much else. His diary is located next to his bed in Vesta's house. So yeah, I remember in the original he was not a very nice character, especially in like, you know, not the one where you could actually marry him, but when you played as a male character. And so we probably will have a fourth marriage candidate, and that being Cody. I didn't look up his old artwork because a lot of people did not like how he was originally designed. But he was shown in the trailer with the female protagonist with their son on the beach. Don't know why we don't have art of him yet, but it'll probably be for bachelorettes, for bachelors. But remember, you can be male, female, or non-binary, and it does not matter which gender you choose. You can marry any of the candidates. Plays the female protagonist. You can marry the male or female ones, and the same with the male protagonist. You can marry both male and female, which is great. I'm guessing Story of Seasons is going to go this route for a while. We'll get a remake and then a new all original game, because we had Friends of Mineral Town, then we got Pioneers of Olive Town. Now we've got a Wonderful Life remake. So next will probably be a whole new game. But hopefully it's a little bit better than Pioneers of Olive Town, because I'm sorry, it was a little bit of a disappointment in a lot of ways. But once new info comes out, I'll do another video, but I just wanted to get this out because everyone knows that I like talking about the marriage candidates. But hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment. As always, guys, this is Canaan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.